Good morning. Welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, we've arrived home from our adventure trip in Hong Kong, and we had a great time. And we hope that sharing our moments while we were there has brought you some pleasure. It certainly was a great trip for us, and we thank the people that made that possible. Little Bit Rich, who funded the buying of tickets and all of that, the money to be able to go, and also Johnny Peanut and I think it was, I'm not sure, I think it was Joy. I'm not great at remembering all these names, sorry. But anyway, there were people who sent us money that would help us to have a great time, and we certainly did. In fact, so much so that we're glad to get home and have a rest. So what have we come home to? Well, we've come home to quite a schedule, I can tell you. And I'm actually reading it from a wrist because it's a lot. So we actually have started house number 20. We started house number 20, that's Manang Lena and Talik's house, which has been a long time coming, and people have been asking us, when are you going to build a house for Lena? Well, we started, and we got some of the materials are ordered up, and the Superman team will probably be available very, very soon in order to be able to start that house. And we've had from Paul and Dude, we've had a promise of some funding for that, and he has also sent money for Lena. Paul supports Paul and Dude, they support Lena from when she was sick with TB. She's much better now and doing pretty good, right? But Paul still helps and still supports, because Manang Lena is a widow, and she supports Talik as we all do, because we're part of a very close family and a close compound of 4 or 5 houses. So that said, we're going to start that house very soon. Now, on our Sweet Dreams project, which is courtesy and generosity of Sandman Steve, we call him the Sandman because of that old tune about Sandman bringing dreams. So we thank Steve. He's sent the funding already, I believe, but as I said, Beth is the one that does all that. But we have enough, I believe, to buy 4 mattresses, which we'll be giving out to needy families in the very, very near future, a matter of days. Okay, so we're already in Thursday. Not much left before I have to do my Sunday driving job, which I love. It's hardly a job. The not so good news is Dennis, who you might remember if you looked at the videos of Dennis. This is a hard one to even talk about. He's had a tumour on his leg which has gone into the bone, and the ultrasound, x-rays and all of the tests that we've had done have come back with the same result, and that is that he's going to have his leg amputated. So that's a real difficult one because he's a young man. Well, to move on for that, highlight that I think the great thing that's happened now is that we now have the funding, increase in funding from, once again, Paul and Dude, who are angels for us, on our education support fund. And this is it's a very modest little fund. That's a grand title for a very modest fund. What we do is we give 400 pesos, work it out, 400 pesos, $2 to the 100, okay? So we're looking at $8 a month per child. And $8 a month per child will give that child 10 pesos a day for a lunch. Now, most kids have got rice to take, but most kids are eating just rice, and they don't have what Filipinos here in our community call dish. They don't have a dish. So a dish is that they'll have some meat, something with some extra nutrition in it, meat or fish or some other little part that goes with the rice. Well, believe it or not, 10 pesos a kid will give them that. So they get a dish with their rice, which we're very happy about. And there'll be a little bit left over for stuff like pencils and paper, which they have to buy themselves. So that we have the ongoing support of Baby Jane, and we have, I can't remember all of the names that are involved on this, they have to be written down. But anyway, we have one generous subscriber who every month sends enough money for Baby Jane to receive vitamins and milk, and she's looking a lot better on that already. So the school funding, we've been funding a lot of work at the school. That's the school that Talek, Lick and all of our children go to, and we've given them quite a bit of money so far, thanks to all of our subscribers. As always, it's always thanks to our subscribers. So the school funding, we don't have any more funding to give them right now, but it's still open. If somebody feels particularly interested in helping at the school, boy, we'll get it to the school in its entirety, okay? None taken out. Now, Taliklik, Bibi, Balulut and Ako, they're still in for their competition for Mr. UN or Miss UN, in which they try to raise funds for the school. And that is still open, and there's going to be a counting on the 18th of this month. So if you've decided to give 1,000,000 pesos to any one of these kids so that they can help with the school, chance is still there. Okay, so on to our busy day. We're going in today into Talabon, and we've got a few things to do there. We got a ton of really great, good, fun videos that we took in Hong Kong that we just simply haven't been able to get to in order to upload them. So we still have some editing to do, which Beth will be working full-time on today. And once all of those are edited, well, as they're edited, you will see them. And there's some really fun things that we went to great trouble to take those videos. We went on, I lied shamelessly, I lied to Beth about the ultraspace, is it ultraspace, Space Mountain. Well, it used to be called Space Mountain. Now, oh no, it's called Hyperspace Mountain, and it is an extremely, well, an extreme ride. You do it in darkness with flashing lights and lasers and all of that, and really don't know whether you're coming or going, but you know that it's a wild ride.
Yeah,
well,
it's a adventure that I will never forget, and I will not do it again. You know, because this is what happened after the try, that going up. They said, I cannot breathe anymore. You know, so then I said, let's go to another ride. So I said to Terence after that, let's not do any more ride. You know, and then when we go to the tomorrow, another line, I think, is the Space Mountain.
We were in Tomorrowland.
Yeah,
Space
when we were in the Space Mountain, I said to Terence, what's here? He said, it's just some reflections, you know, some reflect. And I said, it's a ride. He said, it's a ride, but it's not as scary. And I said, make sure that it's not scary. And he said, no, you look, there's an elephant there in your front. And the baby look at me, and the baby smile at me. You know,
no, let me tell you, she's getting the story jumbled up. But anyway, I knew that it was an incredible ride, so I really wanted to go on there, and I wanted to take her on, in the mistaken belief that she would actually enjoy it. So we're standing in the line waiting to go on this, and there's a sign there. It's lit up by the side of the walkway where you're waiting, and it said, this is an ultra wild, I'm paraphrasing now, but it was saying that this is an extremely exciting, up and down, very fast, in the dark ride. If you if you change your mind and you don't want to do this ride, an attendant will escort you to the exit. So I strategically placed myself in front of the ride. I made a comment about Beth's shoes. I said, "Oh, whoa, look at your shoes." And that took her mind off and got her onto what's that saying for that movie? In space, nobody can hear you scream.
Yeah, and then I said, Stanley says to me, "It's not a scary ride. There's some baby there. You think that they allowed a baby if it's scary?" And I said, "Yeah." He got a point.
Kind of a logic, you know. Let's face it. Somebody was taking a little kid on there, and I'm sure that the little kid got the shock of its little life when it got on that ride. So, as always.
Yeah,
anyway, it took her on that ride,
yeah,
and after that, I had to lie even to get her to go on It's a Small, Small World. She said, "Are you sure that it's not another one of those rides?
So
you
we
lied
went to the space ride.
After that, the trust was gone.
It's really scary. You know, I will never do it. And then,
but what happened after that?
When we came out there, I said to Terence, "You're a liar. You know, you told me it's not scary. It's scary among all." And then Darren says to me, "Come on, let's go back because we're gonna do the video for that."
Video.
And then I said to Terence, "Do it on yourself. I don't care.
Do it on yourself."
I just went outside.
I decided that I would do it on myself.
She did it
and I went in and I did the whole ride again. And believe me, it's quite a ride. And when I came out, I handed the camera to Beth and I said, "I did it. I held the camera up like this. They told me not to, told me, put the camera away, sir." I put the camera away, and as soon as we started forward, I got the camera out and held it up like this. The whole trip, you know, you're going backwards and forwards. And I held it, and when I got out, I was so proud of myself. Handed the camera, and she said it didn't record. I said, "Oh my God." So I went in, and I did it a third time. Okay, so if you look at that video of the hyperspace mountain, a lot of it is in darkness, and then you'll see how much the camera is being thrown about. That was me being thrown about, and everybody else, of course. I'm no hero, but anyway, you'll see the laser lights and the music and all of that. So you might get something from that. I haven't actually watched that video myself all the way through, so not sure whether that will have come out. But there's loads of other ones. We also went in and did It's a Small, Small World, and the only thing that got her to do that was that you don't have any safety belts on. There's no safety belt when you do It's a Small, Small World. So she did that quite happily, and that was one of the rides that we said, well, we should do that again really, but we never did. But anyway, carousel rides, some other incredible rides, and they're worth looking at. So right now we're off to Taliban. She's going to try to get as many of those uploaded. How many do you think you have, honey?
5.
5? Another 5 videos?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it'll be a slow morning for us. Okay, this is a foreigner in the Philippines. They're very happy to be home. No place like home.